Hi everyone, welcome. This is Dalise for Scrappiness, and I am here to introduce the new 100 Acre Honeycomb background die from the 100 Acre Release. We have a beautiful background die that measures an 4¼ by 5½, which is the A2 size. Here in the US, it has 1/4 inch border all around that is stitched. Each of the hexagons, it is stitched around. So if there's one hexagon touching the other, there's 2 lines of stitching. I do recommend that you put a couple of pieces of paper when you're cutting them, so you get a more in-depth definition on the stitches and all the details. I do recommend that on every brand and every die cut that has stitching or details or embossed details. I am going to be doing a background blending, a very loose background. I'm using the mini glitter brushes from Scrappiness here, and I'm using a Memento dye inks in the colors of Dandelion, Cantaloupe, and London Fog. And we're going to be doing this with the brush. Then we're going to go with the little blending tool and just blend some of the inks with water and just get some different texture in here. Again, super easy. Then we are going to die cut the brand new honeycomb hexagon background die from Scrappiness, and it is gorgeous. Oh, before that, I decided to go with the Air Metallic mousse, and I am using the antique gold. I put a little bit on my glass mat, and I'm just trying to get some. All I want is a little bit of shimmer and lots of texture, which we definitely got in here. Oh, it's gorgeous. Now, this is where I told you that I do like to put a second piece. I do recommend, please let that paste dry. I was so excited about how beautiful it looked and I wanted to see the die cut out that I did not wait it for that mousse or paste to dry. So you'll see me when I pull it out. It has a little pieces where it's like a little bit rougher than it should be, and it's because the paint dried on the die cut. There is no problem, no issues. You just wash it from the die cut and you are fine. I am using the Burley Arts glue, which we also have in store for you, to just put these 2 layers together just to have a little bit more of thickness on this, because the paper that I wanted to use was this gray cardstock that I have in my stash, but it's a little on the thinner side. This background die, it can go horizontal or vertical. It can have the bigger aperture on the top left or in the bottom right. It is up to you. Okay, and you get all these itty bitty pieces of hexagons that you can have a blast. You can make probably 2 more cards just with the collection of hexagons that you get from this. You could use the hexagon background die as a template to where to position them, or you can position them however you want. This is up to you. I will be showing you at the end of this video some of the beautiful creations from the creative team here at Scrappiness. There is seriously so much texture thanks to that airy mousse. Now I'm using the 100 Acre Sentiments. The entire collection is gorgeous, but I found that this little stamp set that says a hug is always the right size, which I stamp in my Memento Tuxedo Black. It's perfect for our second to smallest heart in these double stitch heart die cut from Scrappiness. So I am going to cut this. Then I decided that I had such a good frame around the area that I used the next size just to make a hollow heart, just to help ground the sentiment. And you'll see me do it here. Not fancy, I'm not like double like measuring to make sure that it is perfectly all around. It's just a grounding detail for my card. So here again, see how pretty it looks. It is so cute. And I love it. Now, I do feel like my card is missing something. And I was like thinking, maybe if I put it horizontal. No, I really like it in the portrait way. So I'm going to glue everything. And I wish I had thought the idea of the splatter, which is coming really, really soon, before I glued all of my hearts, my 2 hearts. I did ended up cutting a smaller heart later and using it as a mask, not to have any of the gold splatter on that. So the gold splatter is going to be on everything except for the heart that has the sentiment. So here it is. I'm using the same air metallic mousse from Katscrappiness in the antique gold. The gold color would also be beautiful in here. So I'm bringing a little paintbrush, about that amount. You don't need much. Make sure I'm using some of the wrapping, the Zram wrap, just to make sure that it doesn't dry out. Adding some water, just 1 squeeze of my bottle water, and I am just gonna work it. I'm gonna work it out until I get there's any of the, since I grabbed the stuff that it's in the lid, usually that dries out. There's a little bit of some like solids. Don't worry about it. And just go to town with the splatters. Do notice that I turn around my card because I usually splatter the same way, so it has a trajectory. So I want to make sure that it doesn't look like I only splatter from one direction. So here is, we're cleaning. Make sure that you do clean very, very well your paintbrush, because this is a kind of like acrylic and glue all together. So it will damage your paintbrush if you don't wash it nicely. And here is our card. And like promised, here are a few samples from our creative crew. Remember, this is our brand new 100 Acre Honeycomb background die. If you have any questions, just let us know. Remember that it's available now at the Cat Scrappiness store.